Welcome to the Corporate Dropout Podcast. I'm your host, Alacia Citro. If you're sick of the corporate hamster wheel and looking to feel inspired and empowered to live a high vibe life as your own boss, you're in the right place. Dare to drop out in 3, 2, 1. Before we start the show, I want to tell you about the business I'm launching. Starting a business can be hard work, but it doesn't need to be confusing too. And that is why I founded Thea Collective, a learning community for entrepreneurs. Learn from experts across law, finance, tax, operations, marketing, sales, and more, and get the blueprint on how to set up and run your own business. Text BIZ, that's B-I-Z, to 949-577-8709 or head to thea-collective.com to learn more. Hello, friends. So we are back today with a very special guest, Danielle McCleerey, who is a member of the Upstarter Pods family. She is an entrepreneur, a wellness enthusiast, a fitness expert, motivational trainer, mom, a proud member of the LGBTQ community, a Sagittarius, both sun and moon, and an 8-wing 7 on the Enneagram. And fun fact, we have the same birthday. So with that, welcome back on the show for a mini episode business tip. Today, you're going to be telling us all about generating leads through attraction marketing. So with that, I'll let you take it away and share your wisdom.
Yeah. So this is something that I had been doing for a long time without even realizing that I was doing. And then I finally when you have that aha moment where you're like, oh, that's everything I've been doing. And it's this very confirming moment. So I just want to explain first what attraction marketing is. Attraction marketing is if you're selling a service or you're selling a product, instead of putting that product front and center like a catalog on your platform. So that platform could be anything, right? It could be, we'll use Instagram in this case. Okay. So instead of just putting that product or service as like a catalog on your platform, you are attracting people to you through your personal brand, which is you. So oftentimes in sales, in marketing, whatever it is, we get it into our heads that we have to show front and center what we're doing. And our identity has to become what we are selling, whether that be a product or a service. And what attraction marketing truly is keeping your personal brand, which is you, front and center, driving the vehicle. And then all the things that you do, all the products that you sell, all the services that you sell, those are in the car with you. And so you generate leads. So lead generation, which is sales, which is client acquisition, right? That's lead generation, or just gaining a new contact, or it's basically adding anything to your business, whether that be a sale or a new client or a new lead or anything. Generating through attraction marketing is basically showing who you are, what your lifestyle is like, and what it would be like to work with you or to buy your product or service. That is very plainly attraction marketing and how to do it with lead generation. So 3 top tips that I have for what that can look like on your Instagram. Okay. So let's say then this is something that I have as a network marketing business. So let's say you have a network marketing business and you are trying to generate leads through your attraction marketing. I am not going to talk about the brand that I partnered with that much. What I am going to do is I'm going to show you what my lifestyle is like by being partnered with this brand. I'm going to show you what my body has done, how my mind has changed, how my skin has changed, how the way that I interact with the world has changed and evolved through this business or through using these products. So what that's going to do to you as a potential lead is it's going to make you have that moment where you have FOMO and you go, oh, I want to feel like that. I want to live like that. I want to be able to go on vacation whenever I want. So, for example, obviously one of the big pulls to the network marketing industry is that you can work from anywhere. You can grow a business from your smartphone. So instead of constantly saying, with my business, I can work from anywhere on my smartphone, instead, I'm going to show what I'm doing on a Monday, which then makes the person who's attracted to what my lifestyle, they're going to go, gosh, I'm sitting in my office right now and I barely have a window. And this girl is building a business and she's literally at brunch on a Monday. That's attraction marketing. And that's going to make that person come to me and say, I want to know how you got to do this. Can you teach me? Or can we have a conversation? Right. And it's not necessarily going to happen all at once. It's not necessarily going to happen one time. There's an exposure process to lead generation, regardless of what tactic you're using. So it's really just about being consistent in the way that you show your lifestyle. You are your personal brand. And I guarantee you, your personal brand is the most important product you have. It is the thing that is going to sell people on anything. People are going to buy you before they ever touch your product or service. So the way that you're showing up on social media, the way that you're, the way that you're interacting, use social media as a tool. Use Instagram as a tool. If all you ever do is share memes about current events that obviously make everybody feel like shit, and you're wondering why nobody's coming to you for your product or service, it's because you're not using attraction marketing. You're using attraction marketing. You're just not using it in a positive way. You're not using it in a way to help your business. So although I fully agree that you should show up authentically, be mindful, be conscious of the way that you're showing up on Instagram, especially if you're using that platform to generate leads in your business. Second tip is kind of what I just said, but be you. Nobody wants to see a carbon copy of someone else. Nobody wants to see like who is, who you think you should be. People want to see who you are. And is that going to turn some people off? Probably. Is that going to attract exactly who you're looking for? That's the point, right? Like the point of attraction marketing is to get very clear about who you are for, who your ideal lead is, and attract that person. It's not about pleasing everyone. It's not about, casting such a wide net that nobody really knows who you are. It's about being very clear who you are, what you bring to the table, and who you are for. So that's my second tip with generating leads through attraction marketing. And number 3 is you have to be on top of your leads. You have to have a system, and that system is going to look different for every single person. Some people really enjoy a digital experience. Some people really enjoy like pen to paper written notes, but you have to have something that you are using so that you can adequately and efficiently and effectively track your leads. So if you've been in conversation with somebody in the comment section of each of your reels, you have to know when to move that conversation to the DMs. And I like to do that by creating specific folders on Instagram. So on my Instagram, I have a cold market folder. I have a warm market folder. I have a hot market folder. I have an in conversation with folder. And you basically do that by saving each person's profile to a specific folder. And that for me is my tracking system. So constantly I have a place where I can go and say like, who am I in conversation with? What kind of conversations have I had with this person? And how am I like basically moving this conversation along? Because I think the common misconception with attraction marketing is that it is all about like just sitting back and waiting for people to come to you. And that's not it. You still have to be proactive. You still have to go get what you're looking for. You still have to engage in conversation. It's just it's not begging. Attraction marketing is not begging or chasing. It is attracting and then being proactive and moving that conversation along. So have a tracking system and a workable system that works for you. And I think that is pretty much like my top tips on generating leads through attraction marketing.
I love it. So good. I had no idea you could even organize people into folders in Instagram. So now I get to go figure that out. That's so brilliant because that's where all the magic is happening for me too in my business. It's all over on the gram. The other thing I heard you say, it sounds like it is really in large part vision casting, showing people what's possible because so many people are living a life that is, mediocre, not fulfilling, boring, sad. You're showing them that it doesn't have to be that way. So a lot of vision casting, it sounds like.
Well, think about like when we go see a movie, what makes you decide to see the movie? You watch the preview. If you like the preview, you see the movie, right? Yeah, it's the same thing with attraction marketing. Your Instagram is your preview and it's not a highlight reel. I'm not saying don't share when things are hard. Like my dad died and I've been very open and honest about that grief journey, but that is also attractive to people. So it's just about like, it's a vision. It's what am I going to get if I work with this person in whatever way?
It real, transparent, authentic, all of that. I wanted to say one other thing too. So, I recently switched network marketing companies and I thought I might have like a mass unfollow. Nope. Some people left. That's fine. Of course they're going to. Really not that many though. And I think it's because I've done a good job of establishing my own personal brand, and anything I choose to be affiliated with is just additive to that. So yeah, to your point, you can't get your identity tied up in whatever you're selling or whatever you're part of. It's got to be you front and center.
Yeah, because if you like, we'll use network marketing as the example. If you're partnered with a network marketing company and that becomes your identity, what happens if that company restructures or you decide to switch companies, right? Like any of those things can happen. And I'm not saying they will, and I'm not saying your company will restructure. And it's a possibility because it's business and it's the world and the economy is crazy. So by not making your company your identity, but you being your own brand, that trust is there with your network. So then whatever you partner with, whatever you represent, whatever you speak about, your network's going to trust that because you never got your identity wrapped up in the company. I mean, think about it. Like if you were a lawyer, like, and all you talked about was law, people would find you very boring. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with like the way that you present yourself on the internet.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh, so good. I mean, this could have been a full episode because I have way more follow-up questions, but it's a mini episode, so we got to wrap it. So with that, before we sign off, where can people find and connect with you?
I am at Danielle _ on the daily on Instagram. Come find me. You can find my podcast at On the Daily Pod, but pretty much everything happens at Danielle _ on the daily. So come hang out.
Thank you so much for being here, and it's been a pleasure.
Love ya.
This episode was brought to you by Thea Collective, the learning community I founded for entrepreneurs. Text BIZ, that's BIZ, to 949-577-8709 or head to thea-collective.com. That's THEIA-collective.com to learn more. Thanks for listening to the show. If you enjoyed today's episode, please help me get the word out about the corporate dropout by screenshotting and sharing this on social. I would appreciate it so much if you would subscribe and leave a 5-star rating and review as well. And I do this show for you, and I want to hear from you. So tell me, what is it that you want more of? Text me at 949-541-0951 or slide into the DMs at Corporate Dropout Official or Alacia Citro with 2 underscores. Until next time.